Dear brothers and sisters, for the last few days, videos across YouTube claim that the Indian IT sector has taken a nosedive because the United States is tightening H-1B visas. But is this really the collapse of Indian IT, or is it the turning point that forces India to rise from an outsourcing nation to a frontier tech superpower? Our channel, Mission Viksit India, discusses new and innovative ideas in every video to help India become a fully developed nation by 2047. In today's video we will talk about the reasons behind the slowdown in India's IT industry, the possible pathways for recovery, and what steps the government of India must take to overcome this challenge. We request you to watch the video till the end and share your thoughts in the comments. In this video, we will explain the real situation of India's IT sector, the new pathway that can put India in the driving seat, the cost and roadmap for India's shift from outsourcing to frontier tech, and a direct call to the government of India for immediate action. Stay with us till the end. This message is important for every student, engineer, policymaker, and Indian youth. What happens if India does not change? No. India's IT sector has not crashed, it is transforming, and transformation always creates fear. For 25 years, India grew by providing IT outsourcing, back-end development, support services, and low-value coding work. This model made India a $250 billion IT economy, but today the world is shifting to AI, automation, robotics, quantum computing, photonic chips, and biotech engineering. And the traditional outsourcing model is slowing down. H-1B restrictions are not the cause, they are only a symptom. The real challenge is this: India is stuck in a low-value service economy while the world is racing toward frontier tech. So, what happens if India does not change? If India continues depending on foreign clients and visas, well, about 20 to 30% of repetitive IT jobs will just be eaten up by AI. Global companies will probably hire more people locally, and India's economic growth will become slow. Youth unemployment will rise, and India will remain a support nation, not an innovation nation. This is the danger, but it's also an opportunity. The only way forward is to shift from IT to frontier tech. India must now move from things like low-value coding, visa-dependent jobs, and service outsourcing to original innovation, patents, new engineering disciplines, AI and quantum leadership, hardware and chip manufacturing, and global alliances for R&D. That's really the only way to stay ahead. 4 pillars can transform India. First, a national frontier tech mission, a 5-year mission for AI, quantum, robotics, semiconductors, and photonics. Second, the ACITI partnership. This partnership between Australia, Canada, and India can multiply India's R&D output and help counter China's dominance. Third, new engineering disciplines. India must become the first to teach gravity engineering, photon structuring and receptive ray engineering, quantum biology, clean climate engineering, autonomous AI governance, and fusion engineering. Finally, the National AI Compute Grid, a united computing backbone connecting all IITs, NITs, universities, and startups. These are the big steps we need. So, what would be the cost estimate for India's transformation? Many people ask, is this possible? And, is it affordable? Here's the realistic 5-year cost. First, the National Frontier Tech Mission will require 25,000 crore rupees at least. This will fund 100 frontier tech labs, 10,000 research fellowships, and clusters for AI, robotics, and quantum technologies. Next, there's the ACITI R&D cooperation. On the sidelines of the G20 summit in Johannesburg, 22nd November 2025, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, and Prime Minister Mark Carney announced the Australia-Canada-India Technology and Innovation ACITI partnership to strengthen climate resilience and cooperation in clean technology, critical minerals, renewable energy, and AI. ACITI aims to advance emerging technologies, resilient supply chains, green energy innovation, and mass adoption of AI for public benefit. The partnership should include in-kind cooperation, enabling Indian innovators to access scientific infrastructure, labs, universities, and industries in Australia and Canada to accelerate R&D outcomes. Third, the national AI compute grid will need 20,000 crore rupees. This will support 1,000 pflops of AI compute, indigenous Indian large language models, and shared GPU infrastructure. If India wants to be a true technology leader by 2047, it really can't limit itself to just incremental advances. India must prepare for the next frontier of compute. After petaflops and exaflops, the world will move to zettaflops and eventually, yottaflops, machines capable of performing a septillion operations per second. Only this level of compute can power AGI, global-scale digital twins, molecular medicine, quantum AI hybrid systems, next-generation materials, and climate engineering. India must commit today to an R&D roadmap that steadily takes our national compute capabilities toward these future frontiers. Right now, only a few nations even think beyond exaflops, like the United States, China, the European Union, and Japan. None of them have reached zettaflops, which is 10 to the power of 21, or yottaflops, which is 10 to the power of 24, but all are starting scientific planning. If India declares a similar ambition, it sends a clear message: India will not rent the future, India will engineer it. India must aim for yottaflops. The future belongs to nations that compute the future. So, what is yottaflops? Yottaflops means 10 to the power of 24 calculations per second. This is needed for things like AGI training, simulating entire ecosystems, protein folding for every disease, creating a national digital twin of India, and quantum-assisted aerospace and gravity engineering. Nations without frontier compute will basically become digital colonies, while nations with yottaflops will control AI, medicine, climate response, space engineering, material science and defense. In short, frontier compute equals frontier sovereignty. Fourth, new engineering disciplines will need at least 5,000 crore rupees. This will cover labs for gravity engineering, photon structuring and receptive rays engineering, clean climate engineering, quantum biology schools, fusion engineering, and 500 global faculty collaborations. The total cost over 5 years comes to 60,000 crore rupees. That's only 0.18% of India's GDP, but it can create a $1 trillion frontier tech economy. The return on investment? Over 1,200%. So, let's talk about the immediate steps the government must take. India stands at a crossroads, and there's no time to waste. First, the government must urgently declare frontier tech as a national priority sector, just like space, nuclear, and defense. Second, we need to increase R&D spending to 1.5% of GDP. For context, China is already at 2.4%. India really needs to accelerate here. Third, it's time to establish the National University of Frontier Tech and Space Engineering, a world-class institution focused on AI, quantum, photonics, gravity, artificial photosynthesis and robotics. Fourth, the government should offer a 200% R&D tax credit to Indian companies. Giants like TCS, Infosys, Reliance, and Tata should be encouraged to innovate, not just execute projects. Fifth, we need to launch a patent mission for youth. Right now, millions of ideas remain unfiled because students just don't have enough support. And finally, India should create a global South-led R&D alliance, leading Africa, ASEAN, and Latin America toward technology independence. These steps, if taken now, could really change the game for India's future. India has the youngest innovation force in the world. If frontier tech opportunities open up, our youth will be able to build things like gravity-neutral engines, photonic chips, quantum medicines, AI judges, space-grade materials, and next-generation clean mobility systems. Just like India gave the world zero, India can now give the world gravity engineering, photon structuring, clean climate engineering, and new physics for the future. Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Finance Minister, Honorable Ministers of Education, Science and Technology, India is at a historic turning point. We respectfully appeal launch the National Frontier Tech Mission, approve the ACITI R&D partnership, start new engineering disciplines immediately, sanction the national AI compute grid, and transform India from a service nation to an innovation nation. India must not remain on the begging seat, depending on visas, foreign clients, or outsourced work. Instead, India must rise to the driving seat, leading global science, frontier tech engineering, and the future of human civilization. The choice is ours. The moment is now. Let us build a Frontier Tech Viksit Bharat 2047 mission. The Mission Viksit India channel is dedicated to giving India's research and development ecosystem a new direction, renewed momentum, and the courage to pursue bold scientific frontiers. Do you believe that a truly developed India will be one where frontier science and advanced technologies form the central pillar of Viksit Bharat rather than remaining with peripheral ambitions? Today, when IT, that is, information technology opportunities are in decline, India must chalk out a new path of frontier technologies to leap ahead in the world, creating very large job opportunities for Indian youth and foreign youth alike. We invite you to share your views in the comments, forward this video to your Member of Parliament and Member of Legislative Assembly, and participate in this national conversation. You can email and request your Member of Parliament, encouraging them to adopt Frontier Technologies curriculum for making India a frontier technology leader in the world. Write your views in the comments, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more future science and innovation content. Thank you for watching till the end. Jai Hind.